Hi everyone and welcome to the very first Thailand vlog. My name's Rhys and I'm going to be travelling to Thailand at the end of April with my good friend Linda, and I'm hoping to share with you all of the wonderful experiences and activities and things that we do whilst we are there. Before that, I thought I'd just make a quick video which kind of demonstrates probably the process that a lot of people go through when visiting a different country. You know, it's the thought process behind what we're going to take, what we're going to pack, what do we need to think about, what do we need to do in advance. All of those wonderful things we're going to be covering in today's video. So, let's go. So, as you might have already ascertained, I'm not in Thailand yet. I am in my office come walk-in wardrobe in Burnley in Lancashire, but we'll be travelling to Thailand at the end of April, spending a couple of weeks in Koh Samui Koh Phangan, and probably visiting Koh Tao as well. So as I mentioned, I wanted to make a video just before we go to share with you guys the thought processes, what we've been thinking about, you know, what we've been getting and gathering in advance, because, you know, it's an adventure holiday, we're going to be doing lots of things and there's been lots to think about. So to kick it off, this little section will be called, I guess, things to think about in advance. So, first things first, travel insurance was a massive thing. So we searched high and low. I eventually settled on Tesco travel insurance, but I've also got a car hire cover add-on because we plan to rent a Jeep and drive all the way around Koh Samui, which would be wonderful. But I thought I'd get that extra insurance with the travel insurance just to kind of make sure we're covered in case any damage happens to the car or whatever happens. You just never know. Best to be insured. Also, on that topic, you need to get, I believe, this is sort of after research of mine, an international driving permit. Now you can get these from your post office, dead simple. Cost me £5.50, you just got to take a passport photograph, your driving licence along, and essentially, as the woman in the post office said to me, it's a complete waste of time because she basically just copies your driving license details onto a piece of paper, a little booklet. But you know, there we go. But you need to have it because if you get pulled over by the police, for whatever reason, they will request to see either your Thai driving license if you have one. I'm not going to have that because I'm only there for 2 weeks, or your international driving permit. So that is covered and thought about. The other thing in advance was the travel vaccines. So I contacted my GP and I have had hepatitis A, typhoid, but I was already covered for tetanus. But they'll advise based on, you fill out a little questionnaire. Depends if you're going to be in a city, you're going to be going rurally. We're going fairly rural, so that was the list of travel vaccines that I needed. But ultimately, it's just, you know, if you are a vaxxer, then, you know, just check with your GP and they'll be able to advise on which travel vaccines to take. So in this little section, I am going to show you what I'm packing. Not like that. I thought it'd be good just to kind of give you an idea of the kind of things we thought about, the kind of things we're going to pack, because we're going to be doing like adventure-y things and all sorts of wonderful, exciting stuff. So I thought about some general things. So as far as medication goes, I was doing some research on medication. Non-prescription stuff, obviously, you know, we've packed loads of the diarrhea stuff, loads of like Buscopan, all the kind of stuff just in case we get an upset stomach. You know, your paracetamols, ibuprofens, all the kind of standard stuff. But you've got to be careful with any kind of opioid or codeine-based medication. So just do your research on that, because I don't believe that you can travel into Thailand with, there's a certain list of types of sort of prescription drugs, but you just got to be careful with that. That said, on the note of prescription drugs, I take a few regularly because I suffer with really bad migraines. I've got a little copy of my prescription which just details all of the medication I'm supposed to take, and you should take it in the original boxes with the labels clearly printed on. So just a little note on that. Of course, we anticipate to get eaten alive by mosquitoes. I've been to Thailand before. Oh, absolutely eaten alive. And if you're like me and they just absolutely love your blood, then you need to sort of pack some stuff. So well prepared for this. So in terms of prevention, of course, we've got the old mozzie spray, little roll-ons just in case, you know, to take out, which is easy to pop in your bag. So that kind of stuff, which is good. Remedy-wise, for when I anticipate I will get bitten to death, I've packed some antihistamines, which would be good to take at night time just to kind of ease the kind of itching and whatnot. But I've got a few different things here. So I've got got a little cream, which is good to just rub on the mozzie bites, which is antizan. I mean, pronounce that how you will, I've got no idea. I've got some Afterbite, which is quite common in the UK, so you can get this stuff. I don't know if you've ever smelt this, but it's, it smells like pee. I think it's actually got pee in it. Because you know, like people say that you should like wee on it. Oh my God. Do you know people say you should wee on a jellyfish sting? That kind of thing. I think it's literally got, not urine, what is it? The stuff that smells like wee. I don't know what it is. Ammonia, that's it. So it's got loads of them, it stinks. And a more traditional remedy, which they actually kind of use in Thailand, I believe, but I think it's produced in China, it's a Chinese remedy, is the good old tiger balm. So this smells amazing. I mean, I love tiger balm, but apparently it's good for mozzie bites, so I thought I'd give that a bash as well. So something slightly more on the herbal side, and then other, you know, pea things and creams and whatnot. Well, I've got it all over me now, I'm gonna stink. So yeah, mozzies are something to think about because they are rife in Thailand. Another little thing, it's just a generalised thing, you know, if you're anything like me and you love to go to the 7-Eleven and do a little bit of a shop whilst you're there, I've just got a little fold-away bag. I thought, you know, a little, you know, I'm not using any plastic then. I could just take it, just kind of reuse it and whatnot, and, you know, although I'm not the most eco person in the world, it's just useful just to have a bag, isn't it, at the end of the day, that you can just reuse all the time. So that is that. As far as the aeroplane goes, I love the plane. If you're anything like me, I love the plane. It's like one of the best bits of the trip. We're flying good old economy, so we don't have the luxury of lying down on a wonderful bed. So things like a good eye mask is always a good idea if you want to just kind of block out the world. I've also got as well some earplugs, which I've thought about to take onto the plane, which are just useful. Hopefully I don't miss dinner service. You know, I should hear that hopefully. I'll be able to smell it. I've got like, I just love the food. But also, of course, a power bank as well. Although, having done some research on, we're flying Emirates, they've got proper plugs and all sorts you can plug things into. So, you know, but the power bank's good for, you know what it's like if you're out and about once you get there and stuff. Now, the thing with power banks in Thailand, something to note, is they cannot exceed 32,000 mAh. Now this is a 10,000 mAh, so I'm good with that one. It's one of the magnetic ones that sticks to the back of my phone. But you've got to be careful with power banks. You can't have a huge one that exceeds 32,000. So that's something to bear in mind as well. And of course, the good old neck pillow. I mean, who doesn't travel without a neck pillow? It's just good for anywhere you are, you know, sort of on a 20-hour journey whenever you're going to get tired, or on the plane itself, so that's going to be useful as well. Now for the activities, this is the good part, this is the bit I'm excited about. I've thought about a few things because we're going to be doing things like, there's lots of water activities, so we're going to be snorkeling on the reefs. We're going to be kayaking, lots of kind of water sporty type things, or, you know, hiking and all that kind of stuff. So a few things we thought about in respect of that. So first thing, so when we do like day trips and whatnot, something that's really useful, I mean, I think I prepared all this earlier, is a dry bag. These are really good because you can fit all your stuff in, you know, like your day trip kind of stuff. If you're going to go somewhere on a boat, you just roll the top of it like so. I think it's about 3 times, and then it kind of clips round, and then you've got yourself a watertight dry bag, which is really good for carrying anything. So if you go kayaking and you've got your stuff with you, you can have it in this. It's not going to get wet. They float, so dead useful for that. Of course, you're going to want to take some snapshots, no doubt, a few selfies. So a waterproof phone case. These are brilliant, actually. I first discovered these when my friend, he got a hot tub, and I thought, oh, this will be a really good present, you know, like a Happy New hot tub present. I found these online on Amazon, and it's been really good. He swears by it. So this will hopefully allow me to get a few maybe underwater shots, I'm hoping, or, you know, I'm going to check how waterproof it is before we actually fully submerge the new iPhone. However, but even splash proof wise, you know, to hang around your neck if you're kayaking and things like that, really useful. I've also got like a waterproof bum bag. So this is good for things like money, you know, if you've got any documents on you for whatever reason, I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I just bought it because I thought it looked cool. So that it kind of folds under like that, and then you can sort of put things in. That twists round, folds over, and completely waterproof. So, you know, yeah, anything you've got on you that you want to keep waterproof, that's like a little waterproof bum bag. These are only really, really cheap on Amazon. You can get them, there's loads of them. Not expensive at all, but worthwhile. Also, last time I went and I snorkeled the reefs on Koh Tao, the coral is very sharp. So when you go in the water, I had bare feet and it was an absolute nightmare. My feet were absolutely cut to shreds. So this time I have invested in some swim shoes. These are really, really light, dead cheap, but they've got like a rubber sole on them, as you can see, and really, really lightweight, just easy to slide on and off if you go swimming and you don't want to stand on any sea anemones or coral and things like that. So if you're going to go snorkeling, like some swim shoes, again, off Amazon, dead cheap. I think they're about a tenner. Well worthwhile. So that's them. And also, if you're going to be going on day trips and things like that, we're going to be doing a lot of swimming. Wherever you go in Thailand, water is included. You're going to be in the ocean at some point. A microfiber towel which packs away and also dries very, very quickly. So just about to pat yourself down and fold it away. Again, it's really, really thin. So there's going to be, it's quick drying, absorbent and lightweight. And it really, really is. So there you go. Course, you know, I mean, this is just a given. The good old selfie stick to be able to sort of vlog and capture footage as we're kind of going around. I got this Bluetooth one off Amazon. So it's got a little detachable remote control here. Got to get used to where this camera is, and it also kind of opens out, so if I wanted to sort of place it down somewhere, it opens up as a tripod, so I can place it down and film, or just hold it and have the phone in it, and you know, all that stuff. So so yeah, there's some of the things that we thought about in advance, and I hope, well, yeah, I hope you found it useful. I don't know about anybody else, but when you visit a foreign country, I think it's just polite to learn some of the basic language. You know, you don't want to be saying things like please and thank you in English. I mean, it's extremely lazy, I think. So some of the basics, I've written this down, by the way, so I've been kind of having a little learn. So I believe if you're a female, you say car after everything that you say, and if you're a man, you say crab. So hello, which I already know from last time I went, is sawdy crab as a man, or sawdy car as a woman, of course, that's if you're a woman saying it. Karb kun crab is thank you, or karb kun car if you're a woman, of course. Things like, you know, excuse me or I'm sorry, kor tod crab. And if you want to say like, don't mention it, you know, it's nothing, that kind of thing, my benra crab. So I might not be saying this right. If anyone can correct me on the pronunciation of these, please do in the comments. But one thing that was particularly important for me, I'm a peanut allergy sufferer. So going to a place where in the cuisine, I'm aware there's quite a lot of peanuts used, it's quite important when there's a language barrier to make sure that people are aware that you're allergic to nuts. So I believe, and again, if anyone can provide a much better, you know, how to say this in Thai, I'd really, really appreciate it. But I believe from research, it is Pompei Tueli Song, which is I'm allergic to peanuts. And if you wanted to say that I'm allergic to peanut oil, because of course sometimes things are cooked in peanut oil, so you've got to be careful of that, as my fellow peanut allergy sufferers will be aware. So apparently that's Pompei Naman Tueli Song. So that's I'm allergic to peanut oil. But again, if anyone can correct me, I'd be more than happy to be corrected, of course. And another nice one that I thought, which I researched, is, you know, when you go on a day trip and you might go on one of the long boats or something like that, or, you know, somebody's taking you out for a day trip, you might have a private tour guide, for example, which is one of the things that we're hoping to do. I wanted to say, like, to be able to say thank you for today, you know, thank you for today. It's been, you know, it's been lovely. So apparently, let's see if I can get this one right. That's Karb kun samrab wani krab. So apparently that's thank you for today. So they're some of the key phrases that I'm learning. They're only basic, they're only simple, but they're quite nice to be able to do, aren't they? I think it's just it's polite to learn some of the basics. So there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed this first video in anticipation of our trip to Thailand. So my friend Linda, no doubt you'll be meeting in the future videos. I'll be vlogging the traveling, you know, the airport, the flights, everything that we get up to in Thailand. You know, we're going to be we're going to viewpoints, we're going to be going on boat trips, we're going to be going on private tour guides. It's going to be absolutely action-packed. So please subscribe, like the video, and please come along with the journey because I'd love to share it with you. So we'll be on Koh Samui. We've rented a house there, like a private villa with a wonderful pool and everything as our base. We'll be headed over to Koh Phangan, where we've got the full moon party, which I'm dead excited about. Whoop, whoop. First experience of that. And we've rented like a beachfront villa there, which will be wonderful for a few days relaxing, and of course to enable us, as well as a full moon party, to travel around Koh Phangan and experience everything that it's got to offer. And then Koh Tao as well. We'll be doing some of the snorkeling, I would imagine, and the kind of the boat trips around there. We'll be going to Pig Island. We'll be going to Ang Thong National Marine Park. All of the islands round and about basically, and all of the wonderful things to see and do on Koh Samui and Koh Phangan. So yeah, come along for the journey, and we'd really like to welcome you with us as we embark on not just this wonderful, wonderful trip, but also the first in a series of vlogs. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you soon.